Dad never shows up to pick me up for visitation. So yeah, so I get a lot of the feeling like a total outsider, feeling like failure, a lot of things like that. I was raised by a single mom. This is back in Michigan, way, way, way up north in Michigan in a small town, so I get the whole small town thing too. I didn't exactly fit in. I was a skateboarder when skateboarding wasn't cool. I think you probably know what I'm talking about at that, right? But I would do what I could to just find my way. I didn't do well in school at all. If you heard me while I was on the panel, I mentioned that if I could have talked to my former self, I would have said that, you truly aren't alone. Because it's so easy to be surrounded by a whole bunch of people and feel alone inside you, mentally, emotionally, all of that. Nobody gets me. I have nobody to talk to. I'm afraid to talk to people. Things like that. And as a child, I know they're high school kids, but they're still kids. They're still immature. They still don't know truly the difference of what their emotions are. And that's something that as an adult I had to learn. So definitely give him grace with that, but I think that right now you are in an amazing place. The fact that you have gone through this stuff, God sent you out of there and brought you to a place before high school's done, brought you to a place where now you're getting the support and the team and the community. That's great. And letting him know that it's okay to open up and to be vulnerable. That's a difficult thing for kids, is vulnerability. Not only is it that they don't know how well that their peers are going to take it, how well you're going to take it, how well a whole family, all of that stuff, you know what I mean? Give them that grace. A lot of times they don't know the difference between being scared and being angry. So, it's so easy to get upset with your kid when they're lashing out, and now all of a sudden they feel like they're not allowed to be scared. So, but coming back to everything, I want you to know that every situation that comes about, as difficult as things may be, as stressful and as painful, or as exciting and amazing, the thing that makes it what it is, the thing that blows it up, the thing that makes the huge ordeal, is the emotions that we put through. And this is what my whole thing is all about here. All right? This was a couple of years ago. I was in the middle of getting ready to go do a talk out in Las Vegas. I was invited to go out there. I was going to speak in front of a room of entrepreneurs and business leaders. I was getting an award for it, all kinds of stuff. Like, I was working for this thing, right? And I think it was maybe 2 or 3 weeks before that, I was ready. I was about to send him a text saying, you know what, screw this, I'm done. I can't do this, because just everything in my personal life was just coming down. Like, I couldn't handle pressure because I wasn't dealing with things. And I was letting things build up, and I was letting things become something crazy. Once I realized everything that I was doing, I calmed down, I sat down, I laid out everything that was in my life, and I looked at things to be a little bit more objective, and I was able to deal with stuff. And granted, at that time, maybe I wasn't in a perfect place, but I got myself into a better place where I could, you know what, let's go out there, and I did what I had to do, got my award, got my whole talk done, did the whole thing, and it was an amazing weekend. But it was that emotion that I was putting on things. And it was the fact that I wasn't dealing with the stuff and I was just pushing it aside and I was just pushing it. And I want to use an analogy of a balloon. Okay. A lot of times you think that pressure is all coming from the outside, but it starts from the inside. It starts from what you're doing with you. And you could take a deflated balloon, you can even put a needle right through it. It doesn't pop. It won't pull air then, but it doesn't pop. Nothing happens to it. You put a little bit of air into it, and now you can make, balloon animals. Play with it, and that's where it's fun. But you blow it up, and blow it up, blow it up, blow it up. Pretty soon, a slight little rub against it, and it pops. And it's all from the inside. It's all emotions inside. So I'm going to skip over a whole bunch of different things. Pressure doesn't break us. Unmanaged emotions do. When you work all those emotions, when you really know what's going on with them, this is where things happen. I don't have to ask you if you're under pressure of grades or...
His grades are great.
That's great. See, that's amazing.
He left school where he was going to be valedictorian for sleep. He's still in the top 4%.
So he's doing really, really well. So with all of that and doing really, really well, does that make him feel even more pressure?
Do you think? So there was so much riding on getting out of there and not knowing where he's heading to college. I think there's a lot of pressure because he does have the ability, he does have grades, he does have the size. And we had sacrificed a lot to put him in better environments.
Do you think that, no pressure on you now, but do you think that the fact that you sacrificed a lot to put him in this position creates more pressure on him, that he has to make sure that he does really well? I think that does happen to a lot of people. And it's not like you're doing anything wrong, but it's just, oh my gosh, he's so afraid to let you down. He loves you. He loves you guys. He wants to make sure that, yeah, he's going to be able to be what you want him to be. And make a great life. And, brothers, sisters, friends, cousins, grandparents, the whole clan, everything, yeah. He has to make sure that the whole family is very happy, loving. He doesn't want to let you down. So this would be a great thing. You can help him with this too. So yes, so pressure, it is not what it is that happens, it's what you do with it. Because if you look at all kinds of situations, all right, it's just something that just happened. You go and you apply for a job. You really want that job. You don't get it. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, you got rejected. It doesn't mean anything. You could be really upset. You could be angry. You could be whatever. But it was just an event. It's just, okay, next thing. I say this to a lot of kids too. Like, they didn't make it for the varsity squad. That doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean you're a bad player. And maybe it's just that you're not quite prepared yet. That's it. So you just look at it for what it is. Okay, I didn't get that. So now what do I do? Okay, this. What are the options? Sounds like he's not having to worry about that because he's a great player, right? But if he doesn't get picked, and that's another thing, because of the fact that he's done so well, so much, so long, to not get picked could be a crushing thing. Like you said, like it's an adjustment. He had so much before, now so it's an adjustment. And this is where, when you don't control everything, when you don't make sure everything's good, the one mistake can be like it's a disaster. The one setback can become your story. The one that one moment becomes an identity. You know, like, because of the fact that, and I'm just going to create a scenario, he doesn't get accepted to, I don't know, TCU, I don't know, but either way, he doesn't get accepted to this college because that's where he really wanted to go, and that's where he really wants to play, and that's what he wants to do. And now since he didn't make it, now, oh my gosh, I'm crumbling. If he doesn't make it into the league, if he doesn't get to the NBA, if he doesn't get to whatever, because that's his dream, oh my gosh, my life is over with. But really, it's like what you had dealt with in the past with living in towns, and God directs you, and when you're open and you allow, he will get to exactly where he needs. So I needed a better tool to be able to help me with everything. All right. So setback. This is what I have for everything. Okay. It's an acronym. See it for what it is. Be as objective as possible. Just look at the situation for exactly what it is.
Are you a real?
Absolutely. Do you need a pen? Okay, cool.
This.
And when I say not what your ego is telling you, a lot of people are going to automatically think ego is the thing that's going to make you think that you're great. But it's also the thing that makes you think, oh, you're horrible. It's that thing that's inside you that truly blows up something into something that it's really not, you know? So, yes, see it for what it is. Whatever the situation may be, whatever the possibility things, come up with a thing for me. We're gonna do this in real time. All right, we're gonna use this setback tool in real time. Let's come up with a situation. If anybody can give me throw out a situation, like someone doesn't get
didn't pass in English and now has to do summer school.
Okay, didn't pass English, now has to do summer school. Okay, it is what it is. You can be totally floored. My life is over. I can't do anything all summer. Whatever, right? Now you gotta do summer school, right? Okay. See it for what it is. All right. I didn't pass. What did I go wrong? Was it that I didn't understand? Is it that I didn't, put in the time and the effort? Whatever, right? Evaluate the story that you tell yourself. Because whatever it is that's going on, now there's going to be a story linked to it, right? Let's say his girlfriend dumped him. Now, it's because I'm a horrible person. I was never good. She never liked me. No. Maybe she's just she's got her own issues and she doesn't have time for dating and you know what I mean? So, we all give a story. We all give a story. Evaluate that story that you tell yourself. Now, the emotions that you're feeling, take responsibility for those emotions that you're feeling at that moment. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? What's going on with you? Break the beliefs that are keeping you stuck. Everything that we do is based on our beliefs. Whatever it is that's keeping you stuck, you gotta change that belief and you gotta create a whole new story around it. Okay? Now this is a pretty key thing right here. Aligning yourself with the actions that you need to take. If you, for example, when somebody doesn't make the varsity team, what do you need? You know you want to make varsity next year now. What do you need to do? What are you doing about that? Are you just going about everything on a daily basis like you always did? Or are you now training as though you are on that team. Like, do your diet differently, do your exercise differently, do your practices differently. Like, go for that. Right now, when he's a senior in high school, he knows he wants to play college. Is he going to play as though he's on that college team? Is he going to practice? Is he going to, like, okay, well, I'm not ranked at the top like I used to be. I'm down here. Now I'm seeing what kind of things are going on around me. And once you get into college, it's going to be even more of a pool of talent that he can easily get lost in. Oh, dang. I really need to bump it up. Commit to that. Know what that goal is. Figure out exactly the shifts you need to make. Commit to it. Lastly, kickstart your comeback.
Wow.
Now, to make all of this happen, he needs to be very aware. You need to be aware of his feelings. He needs to be aware of his feelings. He needs to be aware of his thoughts and his beliefs. Sometimes it can be very difficult in the beginning. And this entire thing right here, this entire setback, at first, it could take a while to get through it when you're working it out, you know? But the more that you do these things, the quicker it happens. If I'm in a situation, I've done this enough times where I could like get through things in like 30 seconds, right? But more than anything, he needs that awareness. He needs to know what he's saying. He needs to know truly what he's feeling. The more that he can understand, the more awareness that he can have, the better he's going to be able to open up to not only you or anybody else, but more like himself. Tell him that vulnerability, be real, name that feeling. When you name it, whether you like it or not, it could be a good feeling, it could be a bad feeling, you may be happy about it, you may be sad about it. Whether you like that feeling or you don't, name it, you can manage it. And I would go into teamwork and other stuff like that, but I don't think you need to really talk about that. But do you have questions? Do you have any?
First, if you get the start seeing about it, how they soar in the nets, but it's not third at 4 kids. So
Okay.
then the kids leaving, you had to go to college and
Okay.
they swallow the nest before they go. But I can't get some more fear than anger.
Well, I heard a saying a while back, I can't remember where I heard it from, and they said it's easier to be angry than it is to be afraid. And that really made me think how easy it is to get those two confused. I mean, especially when you don't, especially when you're kind of immature, you're not totally sure. You got hormones going all over the place anyway. You got plenty of stuff going on. You got changes in your mind, your body, your friends, your
Vacation.
yeah, location. I mean, we just recently, this is my stepson right over here, and he was going to Euless High School, and now he's in Frisco High School this year. And this isn't the first time he's changed schools. He's kind of bounced around. He's actually originally from Brazil, and then, so yeah, moving around, he knows. So yeah, he's it can definitely be a lot of changes, and it can be very confusing. And sometimes it can be hard to trust others when you don't know if they're going to be there, if they're not going to be there, or what's going to happen, you know? So I hope this helps. I really do. And no matter what, pressure's going to show alter his life. With this, hopefully you can meet the right work. So this right here, this is a QR code that you would have a little questionnaire, and at the end of it, it would send you a it's a PDF of a breathing exercise. When you do tend to get stressed out, you do tend to feel a lot of pressure. Your body, you have a lot of physiological, yeah, let's get that right, physiological issues going on. One of it is shortness of breath. Your whole body starts to tighten up. This is a breathing exercise that can help you to relax. Just breathe in for a count of 4, hold it for a count of 4, release for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4. And it's that through the cycle. And that helps to bring the nervous system down. When your body tightens up and you're short of breath, you're telling your nervous system that you're in danger when you're in a yawn. So when you start breathing that way, your body's like, oh crap, no, I'm not in danger. We're okay. And now you can strike and you can. And now things are a little more clear. And now you can see all around you down. So, but yes, there is a questionnaire, so I would love it if I could get a little feedback for you and that possibly help. But I guess we have a few more minutes, but if you have any questions, if you have anything else you wanted to mention, talk about, anything like that, if not, that's cool too. Okay. Okay. Well, I hope that this is helpful for him, and yeah. Well, then maybe this can kind of get into him and reiterate to him that, you know, yeah, I'm doing right. I'm getting somewhere with this.
Ini das. Reason why to say to the explain.
Yeah.
And I think on this side of it, see that it's preparing him for the next level, but he's still under. No. There's this next year college.
Yeah.
Palace there.
Yeah. And honestly, he'll probably see it on another level too when he goes to college. So this is kind of a step. It's that halfway. Instead of going from here to here, it's like, okay, well, a level.
He has better execution. Came to us. What's happening?
Yeah, exactly. So, well, I definitely hope that he does well. And if you need anything from me, I wouldn't be giving it to the whole class or whatever, but I want to offer my services and my help and anything that I could possibly do for you. But we're closing out out of it here.
What social media are you on? What social media are you on?
I'm on Instagram at JDub Inspires. Yep. But this is, and that has an email address and a cell phone number if you ever need to get a hold of me for anything that, if I could get any service to you, your son, anyone available. Okay. All right, you're welcome.